Hello class, this is Mr. Canale. I'm helping you with standard number 1 for applied math, which covers percent, decimal, and fractions or ratios. So we're going to take a look at number 3 on this worksheet first. Not too bad as long as you know how to put fractions into the calculator. So when we read through it, we see it says when 1/3 plus parentheses 1/5 times 2/3 parentheses minus parentheses 2/5 times 1/3 parentheses is calculated and put in simplest terms, what is the number in the numerator? So first of all, we see that it tells us that we need to calculate what this is going to be. So we're going to take this expression right here and we're going to put it in the calculator so the calculator can calculate it. Not too bad as long as we know how to put fractions in the calculator. So when we go over to our calculator, first we're going to turn it on. There we go. We'll say that we don't want to see that shortcuts menu. Now to put the fraction into our calculator, we just need to hit the green alpha button followed by the y equals button, and it'll bring up this little menu right here. So number 1 on this menu looks like our regular fraction, numerator over denominator. That's what n and d stand for. So I'll hit enter or 1 and it'll bring up this fraction here. So I'll just plug in what my expression looks like. So we've got 1/3 first, and I'm going to arrow to the right to get outside of my fraction so that I can put this plus in. If you don't do that, I'll just put the plus in the denominator, which is not what you want. So then we've got parentheses 1/5. So to get a fraction again, I'm going to hit that green alpha button followed by y equals, hit enter because that's the first option I want, and we'll put in 1/5, 1 in the numerator, 5 in the denominator, arrow to the right to get out of the fraction, multiplied by alpha y equals 2/3, 2 in the numerator, 3 in the denominator, close parentheses there, minus parentheses, alpha y equals again to get our fraction. We've got 2/5, 2/5, arrow to the right to get out of our fraction, times one last fraction with alpha y equals, hit enter, and we're going to put 1/3 in. 1 in the numerator, 3 in the denominator. Oops, so I didn't arrow out, so all I have to do is arrow back to highlight that parenthesis and delete it, arrow back out, and now I can put my closed parentheses in there. As you can see, number 3 looks just like what I have in my calculator here. I'll hit enter, and it's going to simplify it already for me. So in simplified form, the answer to this is going to be 1/3, but they asked us for the numerator. Right, the numerator is the number in the top of our fraction. If you're unsure about that, you can hit alpha y equals on your calculator, alpha y equals, and you see n in the numerator and d in the denominator. So we've got 1/3, but our numerator is actually 1. So our answer here is going to be 1. And as always, we can go back to the last page here and check. The answer to number 3 is in fact 1. Alright, thanks. Hopefully that helped. See you around. Like a donut. Bye.